What's going on, mother truckers? How's everybody doing today? Smash that like button and subscribe for more trucker news, entertainment, vlogs, and some tips and tricks that I learned along the way. All right, if you're a company driver thinking about becoming an owner operator, or you're a new owner operator, this video is for you. Now, I'm a mover for North American Van Lines, and this is my 7th season. So I have a little bit of experience, and I want to tell you guys my experience. And this is definitely things that I've gone through, and I know that if you're watching this, you're feeling this now. First off, congratulations on becoming an owner operator. I know it's been a dream of yours, so you made it. With that said, you became your own business and you became an owner operator so that you can make money, so that you can provide for your family. The first problem with becoming a new business is you become a yes man or a yes ma'am. And what I mean by that is you feel that every load that's given to you or every load that you come across, you have to take it because you have to build a relationship, rapport with the shipper, with the broker, or with your dispatcher. Now, I know that's true because that's what I felt when I first started. Everything that my dispatcher would give me, I would take. It didn't matter what it was, I would take, and I would just be that guy because anyone that didn't want to take a load to New York, I would take it. If they didn't want to go to Manhattan, I would take it. It didn't matter. I just became the guy that people would go to. As soon as I built a relationship with them, I started to taper off that a little bit. So at first, you're going to have to put in the grind. You're going to have to put in the hard work. I'm not telling you to do the job for free, but I am telling you that at first, you are going to feel pressure to take everything. And I think it's a good idea that you build a good relationship so that people could trust you, that you could get the job done, and that you're willing to do things that others won't. That way, they always call you first. Okay, you built a relationship with the broker, with the dispatcher, with the shipper, with the customer. All right, now it's the time to ask for things. I know when you were new, you would just take things. You were the yes sir man, and you would just take everything that they would tell you to take. You would deadhead to places just to take a load and be grateful. But now, that's not the time anymore. What you need to do is you need to request for things to make it worth your while, because the reason why you got into trucking and the reason why you became an owner operator is so that you can make decisions and so you can make money. We're not here to do things for free. So let me give you an example of what happened to me recently. So my dispatcher emails me and says, hey, you want to take this load? It pays $13,000 and a roughly $2,500 to pack it. You're looking at somewhere between $15,000 to $16,000 gross, right? Now, it starts in Connecticut. You need to pack and load it. There's 3 shipments, and it goes to California. Everything sounds good, right? Now, because I'm a little bit more experienced now, what I'll say is, okay, let me look up how far it is from Florida, where I'm at now, to Deadhead Empty, over to Connecticut. It's about 1,300 miles, right? So from experience now, I'll request, hey, can I get fuel surcharge, or can I get extra money, or the money to cover me for the fuel that's going to cost me just to get there? In the past, I didn't do that. Well, guess what? The dispatcher said yes. Okay, everything looks good, right? So why did I deny this load? All right, the second thing is time constraints. Can you actually do the job? Now, what I've learned in business and what I've learned in the trucking business for sure is you are only as good, or your business is only as good as your word is. If you're saying that you're going to take this job, you have to be able to complete it regardless of the situation. All right. There are so many jobs where I got in thinking I was going to make money, and then I find out that I'm paying the customer or the shipper to move them. Basically, I'm not just losing money, I'm in the red, and regret ever taking a load. It's happened to me more than once, so I want to keep you from this. All right. So the first thing I do is I check the weather, because so many times the weather will mess you up, especially in the moving business, right? I look up the weather and I find out that next week is going to be a storm, right? So that next week is basically tomorrow. If I would have accepted the load, I would have to complete the load. I would have had to driven there last Friday or Saturday, got there today, which is Monday, and then find out that I wouldn't be able to complete the load. All right. So I lose money because for that week, I'd be shut down at a truck stop or somewhere in the East Coast. They don't have a lot of truck stops, right? I'll be at a service plaza or something like that, and I'll be screwed. Secondly, I always have to schedule my workers in advance. Without looking at the weather, what would happen to me is I would still have to pay my workers. It's not their fault that they tried to drive and help me with the job, but it got snowed in. I still have to pay them, so I'm out money there, right? Now the customer's upset too. They're not mad at you, but how many times has someone been mad or gave you a bad review and it wasn't your fault, but just because of the situation, it still hurts your business, right? So at the end of the day, I told my dispatcher I couldn't do the job. And weather was a big thing, and for my safety for one, and for two, because I knew that I couldn't complete the job in a timely manner because of the situation. Overall, there's a couple of things that you have to remember as an owner-operator and just as a truck driver. First off, safety is everything, okay? I've seen so many people where we're at the truck stop and there's something on the weather, on the radio, on the news, saying that the windy conditions are so bad, do not go, and they still go because they feel pressured to make this load to make money. What's good of money if you're not alive to spend it? Do not feel pressured to complete a load, even if it pisses off the customer, the broker, the dispatcher, the shipper. It doesn't matter. Your safety comes first. Secondly, do not focus so much on the gross amount. The one thing that I see that a lot of people do, truck drivers, owner-operators, people on YouTube, they focus so much on the gross. Yes, it looks good, but no, that's not the exact money that they're bringing in. Third, preventative maintenance is everything. Feed the thing that feeds you. All I'm saying is, if you've ever had your truck break down in the middle of nowhere, I'm letting you know there probably were signs of this going on, or you probably knew about it, but you kept on running your truck, hoping that you just keep on going. You didn't hear the noise anymore, and you thought there wasn't going to be any problems. Next thing you know, you're in the shop, it's costing you a lot of money, and the biggest thing about that is time. You're going to be stuck there. It's going to take time for them to work on your truck, and you're going to miss out on a lot of good loads when you could have been working. Smash that like button, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.